Okay, so yes, the world is chaotic right now. We've got a chaotic president in the US. There's chaotic stuff going honestly across the whole world. It almost feels like war is just being declared everywhere, right? But chaos is a good sign and not in the way that some people might think. So chaos is an indication of you're on the precipice of breakthrough. So in order to move or improve your reality, transition has to happen. And transition can sometimes mean things get a little chaotic. And it just means you're right on the edge of breaking a pattern. Look at the way we call it. We call it breaking a pattern. We've got to break things up in order to change it and rebuild and to build something new. And I find the bigger the chaos, probably the greater the transition or transmutation. The universal law that this covers is the law of polarity. And so what that means is sometimes the chaos is an indication of what the transition is going to be on the other side of it. So right now we're going through a lot of systems changes, like a government and culturally with other cultures that are clashing. And I think what that's trying to show you is that the fix needs to be, if let's say it's cultural, maybe there needs to be more cultural inclusivity of people, allowing people to think and believe the way they do and have their own rituals, and that it's okay to have those two things in the same society. Like, why should we judge other people if they're not hurting anyone? I mean, hopefully they're not hurting anyone. And if they are hurting someone, maybe that is the change, is for them to realize it's pointless to put other people through pain just so that you can believe what you can believe. You can believe what you believe anyway. You're going to do it anyway. You don't have to hurt anyone to have your own beliefs. And we can all be a little more inclusive so that we can share beliefs and maybe have some better common understanding of things. There's also, the transmutation of having a chaotic president. We're having a chaotic president who's running the country just all wackadoodle on. If you think it's great, then fine. But it is causing a lot of people in this country confusion and pain and undue pain. Racism and is rampant, and all these negative things of people believing that everybody else is other and I'm right or whatever it is. There is no such thing. We're all humans. We make this shit up, that we're experiencing this chaotic stuff. And if we can make up chaotic stuff, then negative stuff, then we can make up good stuff. We can turn things around with our own thoughts and things like that. How I like to think of chaos is like, I was thinking about the butterfly. A caterpillar, when it turns into a butterfly, the first thing it does is it cocoons itself, right? It gets nice and alone. It spends some alone time in the cocoon. And then that caterpillar turns into mush. I mean, talk about chaos. Cute little caterpillar with its little round, sections and looking so cute with the little feet, and turns into mush before it can become the butterfly. And out of that mush, it restructures itself and emerges the butterfly. So this is what chaos is. This is what it does, is it kind of breaks everything down to build it back up again. And it's a good indication. It's not something to fear. Even though some crazy things go on during that chaos, we can still maintain our hold on our balance by our reaction to the chaos. And the most important thing that you can do in terms of manifesting your desired reality is to control your reaction to what's going on in the 3D. that literally is probably about 90% or 99% of the battle, is controlling your reaction to what's going on out there, and maintain your little bubble of peace. I've done a video about it. Maybe I'll stick it in the card in the video here so you can look at that. And the other thing you can do is to envision the reality the way you want to see it, and give it to yourself. And you give it to yourself, give yourself that desired reality by envisioning it and feeling how it feels from the point of view of your desired self inside that desired reality. And that's how you make a change. That's how we change the face of 3D reality.